Have you noticed lately that a lot of creators are quitting? I've been seeing the same happening with many online entrepreneurs. Some even choosing to go back to a 9-to-5 job, despite already making 6 to even 7 figures a year. So what's been going on? In a word, they burn out. After a while of constant go, 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 it all just begins to feel like too much. Too much responsibility, too much to do and keep up with, too many expenses, and the constant hamster wheel that never seems to end. And the only thing that feels right at that point is to just stop.
But after having been in business for the last 10 years and experiencing some serious burnout a few years ago, I now have a different perspective on burnout, why it happens,
and how you can turn it into one of the most life-changing, positive situations in your life.
And if you're not at the point of burnout, you'll want to keep watching because the same insights can be applied to your life right now. But to understand why burnout happens, we need to first clarify what it is.
Burnout is a state of emotional, mental, and often physical exhaustion brought on by prolonged or repeated stress. For me, when I was burnt out, my whole body would be tense. I'd get jaw pain, headaches, my immune system was completely shot. I'd get sick like every month, and I had this overall sense of never being caught up, almost like drowning in just too much. So in general, burnout just plain sucks. But for entrepreneurs and creators, why burnout happens isn't what you might expect. And understanding this can help you build a much better, more joyful business. Most people think that burnout happens from just overworking, from doing too much, too often, and not taking time for self-care. But I think that's a big oversimplification. That's not even entirely true.
Let's go back a few years, back when I was at the height of my burnout. And yes, I really did have red hair back then.
What are you doing?
Planning my next launch. I need to beat my last one.
Didn't you just launch your new program like, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, so I didn't hit my goal and now I have to hustle, so please let me be. I started my business to make an impact, to help people with something that felt natural to me. But after a few years, I became obsessed. There was that relentless pursuit of more money, more clients, bigger launches, bigger audience. And the problem was I wasn't doing it all because it felt good. That desire got overshadowed by
competing with myself and proving to myself that I can do it. Naysayers be damned. Competing with my colleagues in masterminds so I'd feel like I belonged in the entrepreneur space. Competing with the big name people because they seem to be doing all the things, so I probably should too. Because if I didn't, I felt like I wasn't reaching towards my potential, like I wasn't worthy of success. And after a while, I noticed something unsettling.
Hey,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I got your coffee.
Thanks.
You want to take a seat?
Sure, yeah.
So did you find the park easily?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. So what's something fun you did recently?
Well, I went to a new co-working spot like last week.
Co-working spot.
What about you?
Me? Fun? I went and I did like 3 skydiving jumps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a skydiver.
That is fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So have you been watching Game of Thrones?
Oh, yeah, I don't really have time for TV, but I have been signing up for a lot of like good courses. There's one I recently bought on funnel building. It's really good.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I know. I was real fun at parties.
I felt like my whole self-identity was tied to my business. When I had a good month, I felt like I was on top of the world. Like I didn't need anything else in life. I didn't need to date or be social. My business filled my every need. But when I didn't hit my goals, I felt like a failure. Like I wasn't cut out for this. Like I was gonna end up on the street.
Really dramatic stuff. Okay, so at this point you might be like, where exactly is the good in burnout? Because all this seems to suck so far.
I learned that burnout happens when there's something glaringly wrong going on in our business. And when it happens, we're pretty much forced to sit, reflect, and really assess what we're doing. There are 5 questions I ask myself during burnout, and these are the questions you want to ask yourself right now, even if you're not there.
Although you might need to tweak them a bit to fit your situation.
Question 1. Why do I want this? Do I really, truly want this? Am I following a vision that inspires me, or am I just competing or trying to prove something? Question 2. Is my current approach working? If growing fast requires even more time and more effort, is that still worth it? What's the concern about growing slower or sustaining? Question 3. What actions have I been doing because I felt like I should? Not because I wanted to, or because they would actually really serve my bigger purpose. Question 4, why this? Can I confidently say I feel excited about the work I'm doing? And question 5, what needs to be removed or changed about how things are done right now? Now, some people will go through these questions and realize that, yeah, you're done. Your business is just not worth it anymore. And that's completely okay. But for others, you might simply realize that you just got off track. For me, I knew what I had to do. And it took a few years of intentional work, changing my strategy, closing some programs, adjusting expectations, and of course, rediscovering who I truly was as a person outside of just being an entrepreneur. And as a result, I became a much more grounded, confident, and secure person. I don't judge myself too harshly. I don't beat myself up anymore. And I just stay in my own lane, focusing on my clients and my community, the people I get to serve, no one else. And honestly, if not for burning out, I don't know if I would have made the changes I made, because I wouldn't have known what to do or how. And if you want to know what strategic moves I made to heal from burnout, here's one massive one that helped me go from working 100 hours a week down to 15. Just click here to watch the next video to learn more.